Good morning. How are you doing? It's Kirsten Liebelt. It's good to see you guys. Happy October. It's October 1st, you guys. OMG, does that not elicit like major feelings inside of you? It does for me. I'm like, October. Okay. Whoo, deep breath. I have like this mixture of emotions. One emotion is, yay, like let's get something plaid on and something like warm, like it's fun to go into I want to pull out my boots because I live in Minnesota. I don't mean my snow boots. I mean like your fashion boots because you get to have fun with shoes now. That's the fun part about fall. And then the other part goes, woo. Okay, so last year was this most amazing winter on the face of the planet, probably the best winter I've ever had in my entire life. I'm not exaggerating, because when you live in snowy weather, you track these things. It was amazing. Like we almost had no snow. It was phenomenal. My husband actually rode his motorcycle intermittently throughout the entire winter last year. That's how glorious it was. And now, because it was an El Nino or something like that. Good morning, good morning. And now apparently it's going to be Matt. Good to see you. Good to see you. Now it's going to be like apparently snowier and colder than usual. So buckle up, Buttercup. Here we go. Nothing to complain about. And you know what? We really do. This does make me think about everybody who is in the line of sight with the hurricane and all the things that have been happening. Sometimes it's, because I live in tornado country and blizzard country. However, there is something very devastating about hurricanes and their after effects of the rain and the flooding and what has been happening. And so I just want to say that this has been hard on the hearts of, I think, the entire country. I know that we have just been praying so much, for those that have been affected. This has been absolutely incredible to watch from a news perspective of, people showing video, et cetera. So I just praying for all of you that have been affected by the hurricane and just believing that supplies and everything is going to get to everybody that needs that. And for the families that lost loved ones, I mean, crazy that path was different. So all right, today what I want to talk about is, we talked about yesterday, I said to myself, I should do a live on the liver. So I'm going to do a live on the liver because I said to you, listen, if all I ever told you was that your liver determines your ability to lose fat, you'd be like, I'm going to love my liver today. That's what you would do. And so when I found out the things that I found out about the liver, I was like, I'm going to love my liver. And I haven't stopped. People, it's funny because people will be like, do you still take the trio? And I'm like, absolutely I do, because one of the supplements is for my liver. So I'm never going to stop that. And today you're going to kind of find out maybe why. And I feel like when I'm able to give information in regards to why something does what it does or whatever, it helps you and me. I assume you're more like me than you're not like me in terms of, that's the only way that I will then be motivated to tell you, assuming somebody's going to pick up what I'm putting down. And that is that, if you understand how things are functioning, you will be more apt to take action, number one, and be consistent, number two. And that's pretty much how that goes as far as I'm concerned. So we talk about insulin resistance every single day because insulin resistance is the foundation of so many issues that we have. It's connected to fatty liver, PCOS, gout, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, dementia, like the list goes on. And we have a very, very, very high incidence of fatty liver in our country, so much so that it's in our children, and it's because of our diet. And 50 years ago, if you had fatty liver, you were most likely an alcoholic. So that's why I'm very motivated all the time to talk about the trash food pyramid that they gave us, and the trash advice that we get from diabetic nutritionists that tell us we can have 150 grams of carbs a day if we're type 2. I am not type 2. I actually am the only one in my family that avoided type 2. My dad died at 63, type 2 diabetes. He was very young, obviously. He was extremely young because I'm going to be 60 in January. So he's getting younger all the time. His death was so young. That's how you view things, right? Anyway, so I was 30 at the time, and I started my insulin resistance in my 20s with my pregnancies. That's when it showed up. I'm sure I was insulin resistant before that. Didn't do anything for over 25 years. Like, this is the face of somebody not paying attention, not connected to my body, not doing anything. I didn't supplement. I didn't eat proper food. I just didn't do anything until I was in my upper 40s. And now I'm 59. So I say all of that just to say, had I known a lot of this earlier, maybe I would have taken different action. I didn't. So now what I do is I'm a geek and I like to research the stuff and then I bring it to you. And I tell you exactly how I did it so you can get the same results too. I started with targeted supplementation. I talk about it all the time. The trio, the 3 supplements that have the 3 ingredients that help with insulin sensitivity. That's where I started 10 years ago. They have fully supported me in losing 3 sizes in my 50s. And now I'm 59 and I don't take meds. But I want to talk about the liver today. So let me just see here if I'm missing anything on Instagram. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good to see you guys. So good to have everybody jump on it. Oh, something happened on my Instagram and I don't know what I just did. Oh my stars, you guys. I have no idea what I just did. I touched something. If you guys jump over to my Instagram, you'll see it. It's green and it says brat. What did I do? Can somebody tell me what I did? There we go. Oh my gosh, that was hysterical. That one I haven't done before. I've done when I do things and it does hearts and it gives me balloons and fireworks. There we go. But that was weird. Anyway, maybe I am a little bratty today. I'm not going to admit it. All right. So the liver. I remember when I was starting to really work on changing up my food ingredients. And I would pay a lot of attention to Maria Emmerich because she's very much a genius at creative ideas, and reading a lot of her information. I have a lot of her cookbooks, etc. And she's the first one that introduced me to the fact that if your liver is tired and toxic from dieting, you're not going to be able to lose fat. And I'm like, what? So here we go. All right. The liver plays a key role in weight loss and fat loss. And remember, those are 2 different things. Weight loss and fat loss, 2 different things. Weight loss, weight could be your water weight. It could be your muscle. We don't want that. It could be your impacted waist. Weight is just weight. So it impacts your weight loss and your fat loss, which is what we do want, due to its functions in metabolism, detoxification, and fat processing. Did y'all know this about your liver? Here's a breakdown of its main functions and how it affects fat loss and how to support liver health through diet and supplementation. So the functions of your liver: detoxification. The liver filters the toxins from the blood, helping to remove harmful substances like alcohol, medications, and metabolic waste. Okay, so alcohol, medications, and metabolic waste. This is why you want your liver functioning. Detoxify. So think about it. If it's having a hard time doing that and you have a lot of impacted waste in your body, sitting in your colon, sitting in your intestines, no bueno. No bueno. Number 2, fat metabolism. It breaks down fats into usable energy, storing excess fat and releasing it when the body needs energy. So it's your fat metabolizing organ. Number 3, regulation of blood sugar. I'm telling you what, your body was made to perform. Your body was created to be like a Porsche. It was created to function extremely well. We have just messed it up tiny bit. So we are making it so that it's not performing at high levels. That's why I say, when we're talking about supplementation, let's talk about cellular function and getting your body to function at a higher level. Regulation of blood sugar. The liver stores and releases glucose, balancing blood sugar levels. This process is key for avoiding insulin resistance, which is critical for weight management. Because when your insulin and your sugars are high, you cannot lose weight. And it is a frustrating hamster wheel. So that's why I talk about the core, the foundation, the core, the foundation, the core, insulin resistance every day. Okay. And there's a group called Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women. You can jump in there and be more supported. We're on our 17th free challenge this month coming up. Protein production. The liver produces proteins necessary for blood clotting and other vital functions, and then bile production. Bile produced by the liver helps digest and absorb fats and fat-soluble vitamins. Okay, very, very good. Penny, thank you for sharing, and good morning, Penny. Good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for joining and loving on the live and sharing it. You are amazing. I so appreciate that. I always say you're doing the Lord's work. And it's true because TikTok requires certain things. Okay. So the liver and fat loss. Who wants to know about the liver and fat loss? Good morning, Carla. Good to see you. Everybody's jumping on. Hi, hi. Okay. The liver and fat loss, fatty liver. Oh, you guys, I always talk about how I talk to women through the lens of weight loss, fat loss, because we all want to be a different size. We all want our body to look better. But the truth is that I know that, for instance, when we're talking about the visceral belly fat, the fat in your liver, around your pancreas, around your intestines, it's metabolically active. It's shooting out inflammatory things, and it's dangerous. So I know that when I get to talk to you guys then about supplementation, I can talk to you about helping your liver. And here we go, talking about the fatty liver, that excess accumulation, and dealing with the dangerous fat that is inside that we can't see. It's underneath what we can't pinch. Excess fat accumulation in the liver, common in people with metabolic issues, can impair the liver's ability to function, hindering fat metabolism. Good morning, Magda. Good to see you. Nice of you to jump on today. Insulin resistance. The liver's role in regulating glucose is crucial. Poor liver function can lead to insulin resistance, making weight loss difficult. Number 3, hormone regulation. The liver helps metabolize hormones, including those related to fat storage and hunger regulation like estrogen and insulin. Did you even know that was true? That literally your hormone, it governs the glucose in your blood. It governs the hormones in your body. Insulin is a hormone. It governs your weight loss, your fat loss ability, and your weight management. It governs, it actually helps to dump out your excess cortisol. It helps you to dump out bad estrogen. Like, your liver is phenomenal. It is a really phenomenal organ. And this is why, as a part of the TRIO protocol, the liver is being addressed. Because if you don't deal with your liver, I'm not sure where to go from there. Who knows, somebody could be so excited about your liver. And I'm not even a doctor or anything. How to eat to cleanse your liver. Let's talk about that. Hello, Carla, from the inside out, girl. You know it, and you're doing it. I love it. Yeah. Anyway, I just get excited. Okay. How to eat to cleanse your liver. So increase your antioxidant rich foods. Foods that are high in antioxidants, they protect your liver cells from damage. So your leafy greens, we talk about that all the time, right? Like in the gut primer that we're doing the 10-day gut reset with. We just started today, you guys, October 1 through 10, November 1 through 10, December 1 through 10. We're talking about your gut health and resetting your gut, recalibrating your gut. Those leafy greens, I'm going to sneeze. I apologize. I have a tickle in my nose. Leafy greens, berries, citrus fruits, and cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Can you tell I'm trying to hold back my sneeze? Those are the foods that are high in antioxidants, and they will protect your liver cells from damage. Eat fiber-rich foods, your whole vegetables, etc. Consume healthy fats, fish, walnuts. They reduce inflammation. So you can do, like avocado, olive oil, things like that will help to reduce your inflammation. Limit the processed foods and sugars. So what do I teach mainly when it comes to food? Grain-free, sugar-free. Grain-free, sugar-free. That is the beginning. And then tack on the end legume, no legumes. When you're insulin resistant, you're just in a different land than you were when you weren't insulin resistant. So God didn't make bad foods, but we definitely kind of messed up our process. So we're going to go back. We're going back, reversing what has been happening because we can. So high levels of refined sugars and processed foods can lead to fatty liver and impair its detoxification capacity. I want people to hear that. Nowhere in my research, I'm looking things up, and this is not me looking on any, I'm not looking up research on any information that's biased. This is literally just looking up the general information that's being given to us. This one happens to be through ChatGPT. So what I like about ChatGPT is I don't ask a question and it gives me articles from publications that are biased, that have an agenda. That I'm not saying that ChatGPT might not have an agenda. Oftentimes that may be true. I'm probably not asking it questions that would require or that you would think would have an agenda, because nothing's going to be perfect in that arena. But this is just kind of a compilation of general health information. And here we allow industries to demonize red meat and to demonize, let's say, animal fat in general. Okay, let's just go there for a second. Not once do I look up any of this information and it says red meat and animal fats are your problem. Avoid red meats and animal fats. Now, I'm sure I could ask it certain questions and get that answer. But if I'm asking about insulin resistance, if I'm asking about, like, for instance, with this liver here, it does not say red meat and animal fats are leading to fatty liver. It's not what it's saying. And here, what do we run around spouting? Oh, we can't eat that much fat. It's going to cause us problems. We can't eat that much red meat. We should limit our red meat. We should limit this. We should limit that. That's because the cereal company told you that. The grain industry told you that. Not because it's actually true. High levels of refined sugars and processed foods. All of the grain products are all ultra-processed foods, can lead to fatty liver and impair its detoxification capacity. That's how we got into the pickle to begin with. Good morning, Carol. Good to see you. That's how we got into the pickle. I love pointing that out because it's very frustrating that we run around believing what's been marketed to us and not actually what is happening, because they want you to think a certain way. So hydrate well. Water is essential for liver detoxification. We all know that, right? Aim to drink plenty of water throughout the day to support your liver's filtration process. Okay, best supplements for your liver. This is really, I'm telling you, you can supplement really well to a healthy liver. Good morning, Kristen. Good morning, sunshine, right back to you. Pink hearts just showed up in my feed on TikTok. I love you, Kristen. Thank you. You guys are so good to me. I have been able to have really good actual results from clients when it comes to simple supplementation. I had somebody text me one day and say, "What do you have for the liver?" Because I just got labs back and my numbers are high. And she started taking my liver product that actually it's one of the 3 for the trio that we talk about. And in 45 days, she cut her liver numbers in half because it can be so beneficial to do simple things. What if life was more simple than we thought it was? I love that thought process. So milk thistle, known for its liver protecting properties, milk thistle supports the regeneration of a liver cells and helps detoxification. Turmeric has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects, helping protect the liver from damage. N-acetylcysteine, NAC, boosts the level of glutathione, a powerful antioxidant that aids liver detoxification. Alpha-lipoic acid, ALA, helps protect the liver from oxidative stress and enhances its detoxifying ability. And dandelion root. Dandelion root is often used to stimulate bile production, which can help the liver process and eliminate toxins more effectively. Glutathione, as the liver's primary antioxidant, glutathione supports detoxification and helps reduce oxidative stress on the liver. And artichoke leaf extract. This supplement increases bile production and helps protect liver cells, promoting detoxification. Now, the liver product that I have 2 things out of all of that they just said. My liver supplement that is in the trio has the milk thistle and the dandelion. And of course, they get everything from organic farms. So that's number 1, very important, third-party tested. But then the turmeric, I have such a phenomenal turmeric. I know somebody reached out to me yesterday and was like, I need that turmeric because most turmeric is not very absorbable into your body. So we're taking turmeric thinking that it's absorbing, and it's not. And that's just the way that it's being maybe the way that they are presenting it. Like, I know that my turmeric is an extract, blah, 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 but they literally 45 times more absorbable, 45 times. So taking 400 milligrams of what I take is like taking 6,000 milligrams of somebody else's, which is phenomenal. All right. So additional tips: limit alcohol. Alcohol puts a significant strain on the liver, so reducing intake is critical for liver health. And exercise. Regular physical activity helps reduce fat in the liver and supports overall metabolic health. Incorporating these dietary choices, supplements, and healthy habits can promote liver function, aiding in weight loss and fat metabolism. Honestly, you guys, your liver is your fat metabolizing organ. Your fat metabolizing organ, you've got to help your liver do what it was designed to do so that you actually can lose weight. Isn't that interesting? Good morning, Wendy. You think you'll just eat artichoke, but you're taking the trio and the turmeric. Oh, you're set, Wendy. You're already set. That's hysterical. I'm actually going to put, that's really funny. I'm going to put that up there just because. So you know what, you guys, think about that though. We could turn this into like an appetizer charcuterie thought process, because I know that when it comes to the holidays and as we go into the season of eating, OMG, when we go into the season of eating where people are, we're being, all of these social events are coming up. That's why I wanted to do the gut reset. And 10 days in October, 10 days in November, and 10 days in September, because if there is a way to help people navigate the social settings of the holidays, then that is such a good goal. It was one of the first things that I had to really learn how to do. And I used it. I didn't know that I was doing it this way at the time. I was just kind of bracing myself. But while I was bracing myself, or whatever you want to say, I was asking myself a lot of questions about, social events and holidays and whatnot. It's why I had carb blocker in my pocket all the time. I know I talk about that. I actually don't take carb blocker anymore because I don't really need it. I don't eat a lot of carbs like that at all anymore. But at the time when I was transitioning my foods, I did use a lot of carb blocker. So you can always ask me about that because it mitigates the sugar spike is what it's doing. But when we hit October, today's October 1st, we really do kind of hit a season filled with comfort food, and maybe it starts to get chilly at night or whatever. And I know for me, like I want to eat squash. I want to eat things that are hearty, etc. And then we just slam right into Halloween, and you don't even have to like have a child who is engaging in Halloween and bringing it home from school. all the candy. It's literally the wall of candy in Walmart or in your grocery store. We begin this season of candy is in your face now, literally until Easter. It's until Easter now. So you have to just see it for what it is. Like we have this 6 months of marketing that's really intense because we go from Halloween to Thanksgiving to Christmas to New Year's to Valentine's Day and right into Easter and anything in between. And it's just a constant barrage of eating sugar and bad stuff. Well, the problem is that this is how we end up, number one, gaining weight. And number two, it's how we end up having a really poor immune system going through the holidays. So I thought, okay, what if we did these gut resets at the beginning of October, November, December, and learn how to navigate the social settings and the holiday situation in general? Like, what if we did that? And it's very reminiscent of the things that I ended up doing for myself inside of my own head. I didn't tell anybody the things that I was doing. I just was asking myself questions about why something would make me nervous or, whatever, or whether or not I was shaming myself because I went to a social setting and I ate something, because when you're trying to make changes, it's really easy to, I feel like, oh, it's on my phone. I think I was going to say, I feel like I've got like paper on me or something. It's really easy to get into this cycle now where you go to social settings, you have an intention of navigating it a certain way. It doesn't go that way. And then you shame yourself and you wake up the next morning and the first thought in your head might be, oh, geez, that's right. That's what we did yesterday, and then you're hard on yourself. And I know that sounds really, I know I'm not the only one. I know that I speak from a place of, because this is how this goes. I just know that I know that I know that this resonates with you because I couldn't possibly be the only one. Why would I be that special? This is for everybody. And it's frustrating. And so what I ended up doing was I ended up taking this thought process of like how I'm eating, because this is how we're messing up our liver, right? This is if we're constantly eating, we're going to the bagel place in the morning, or we're going to McDonald's and getting the sandwich, and then we're having Subway at lunch, and we're eating, drinking the Coke and, or the Dr. Pepper, and we're eating the Snicker bar, and we're doing and we're just constantly in this mode of just basically trashing our liver is what we're doing. Our systems go, and they literally power down. Your body can only take this for so long. Then you've got these digestive issues, right? You're not digesting. You're wondering why you have heartburn. Your gut is messed up. Your weight is increasing. Your constipation is more frequent. Now you have indigestion. You're taking antacids. You're being put on prescriptions because you've maybe got high HB, P, HBP. Whatever. It cycles and cycles and cycles. And so then when you go to your provider, you get Band-Aid, Band-Aid, Band-Aid. Well, then you take these Band-Aids, and those Band-Aids inside of your gut, they're now inflaming your gut. Like this is not a great circle of life. This is frustrating. So I know that if I can help you with your gut over the next 90 days, that's the 10-day gut reset. All you have to do is get in the group, Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women. Every day I'm going to post information about your gut. And if that's all you do and you just pay attention and you think about those things, that is a great start. That is such a good start to just being aware. And then some of you have already grabbed the gut primer and a probiotic, and you're going to go at it that way. Beautiful. If you have questions about that, please pause and ask me questions. Like went on live this morning quickly, and I did my gut primer, and I said, you know what? I'm not a tea drinker, and it's kind of a tea taste. So I just mix mine with really cold water and I just drink it quickly, and I'm good with that. But I'm priming my gut. I'm literally putting alkaline spices in my gut. Can you imagine like making your body more alkaline instead of acidic? Great step. Really good step. And then, of course, there are 5 other blends that go into that. But questions. Will this work for my husband who has fatty liver? I have been dealing with anxiety and OCD since I was perimenopausal for the last 10 years. I just reached my 1 year without a menstrual cycle, so I realized I've got issues. Tracy, yes. The answer is yes. So there are 2 different things that I've been talking about most recently. Carol, I don't know what I said. She said I am not. Oh, I'm not the only one. I know I'm not. I know that I'm not, Carol, because you guys tell me. You get in my inbox and you tell me. Welcome, Matt. Matt says, thank you for sitting with me this morning. I always look forward to your podcast. You're very sweet, Matt. Matt is on dialysis. And hey, Matt, if you're jumping off quickly, how are you faring the hurricane? Were you affected by the hurricane? Because you are in Tennessee. I mean, I know states are big, but I'm just curious. I've been thinking about so many of you guys during this process because my customer base, obviously, you guys are all over the United States and Canada. So in the US, I'm like, what's going on? So Tracy, yes, you can start with one thought process or another thought process or both. So if you are insulin resistant and you are working to get down your sugars, your insulin, you want to work on going from insulin resistant to insulin sensitive, that is the 3 supplements that I talk about, the trio. So many great testimonies of people's sugars coming down, especially their morning sugars, losing weight, etc. Because when your insulin or your sugars are high, you can't lose weight. If you single out one of them, this is for the liver. Okay. If you just take out, like, let's say that's not your conversation, you're not concerned about that, but you want to talk to me about liver, I would talk to you about this one. I put it in front of my block so you can see it. Liver. And then if you're wanting to help your gut, I'm telling you, your gut is the beginning of, 90% of your serotonin is made in your gut. That's your feel-good hormone. I talked about it yesterday, so I won't go deeply into it, but Jillian Michaels talked in that nutrition roundtable about how when she was 13 and she was obese and she was binging on Oreos and Cheetos at night because of the ultra-processed foods she was eating in her gut, messing up her gut, she was despondent and depressed at 13. So our gut is our second brain, and it is where our mental health begins. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of put that out there just to begin. With a primer like this is something that you're going to have prebiotics, postbiotics, alkaline spices, fermented greens, digestive enzymes already built in, and then fiber extracts from fruits and vegetables. Okay, and it's not I have so many thoughts when I talk about this stuff. I have to keep myself on track. If you're buying greens and they're not coming from organic farms, you guys, do you think you're going forward or backward? Okay, I'm done with that. So coming from organic farms and third-party tested. Okay, but when you take something like this, you are priming, you can see the powder, you are priming the wall of your gut so that you can absorb your nutrients better. And you can imagine that if you're not deficient in certain things, you're probably going to feel better, not just physically, but probably in your mind as well. You're going to be able to produce your serotonin better. You're going to be able to digest things better, move along that impacted waste that is toxic and sitting in your intestines. So the gut protocol is 1 container will get you 3 resets, October, November, December. This is how I'm doing it. I'm taking this every day. So that's just me. I have other customers that are doing the same thing. But for people who have never taken a gut primer before, you definitely want to get like a boost in you're thinking you just want to learn how to navigate the holidays. You're just thinking you want to know what it feels like to just kind of get things moving through your system, whatever your reason is. 1 gut primer, 3 resets, add in a probiotic. I think I already took my probiotic. I have 2 probiotics to choose from. One is a powder stick with 5 strains, and one is a pill, and it's for stress. So if you're somebody who you're kind of a little nervous Nelly, you got anxiousness going on, you You know your cortisol is high. You know that your adrenals are kind of shot. You're not sleeping well at night. You kind of have that like, I have a stress one. And that really helps a lot. You choose a probiotic. They intentionally did not put a probiotic in here because probiotics are sensitive. And you don't want to ruin them. You don't want to kill them. You want live, active cultures recalibrating the inside of your gut. So men, women, I have both customers. There's no gender in this. The only gender in my entire conversation is my Facebook group. It's Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women. And I did that just to be able to assemble a very, so we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. And it's easier for me as a content creator to be able to talk to you because I understand you, right? Because, right, girls, we get each other. That's how that goes. Kirsten, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Kirsten has sent me 25 roses on and hearts. And oh my gosh, thank you so much, Kirsten. I really appreciate you on TikTok. She's so good. So Matt says that we lost some power for a few hours, but we are good. The East got hit way harder. My friends still don't have power. They are using a generator to keep things going. My kidney donor in Virginia has been having to use a generator and powering his house. Whoo! And his mom's trying to take care of his family and making sure they have food. Wow. Thank you for sharing, Matt. We will be praying for your donor and for everybody else around there. So put Matt's kidney donor on your prayer list today, if you would. Think about that. You know, there's nothing today that can go wrong in my life that is challenging like that. So that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Oops, sorry, I just touched my microphone. So anyway, so Tracy, if you want information, I can put a cart together and you can tell me on Facebook because it'll stay there after I'm done. You can tell me what you want in the cart. If you want the gut primer, probiotic, and the liver, if you just want those three things, you can do that. Or if you want both the trio and the gut reset, you can tell me what you want in a cart. I customize things for people. That's what I do. So, but anyway, I just thought that was super interesting though. And if you are in the Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women group, you will notice that like I went live this morning super fast. I went live last night, did the self-sabotage no more session. It was like about a half an hour. I want to keep it right around a half an hour. I don't want to go too much longer than that. It was something like that. We're going through the self-sabotage because you got to do this, right? This is easy. Taking supplements is easy. This is harder, right? So we did that this morning. I went live and I just showed you how I'm mixing this up because I'm not really much of a tea drinker. So I mix it with cold refrigerator water and drink it. You can heat this. If it had a probiotic in it, you can't heat it. You can heat this because it has pre and post. So if you like tea and you want that to be a warm tea, you can do that. Just then don't take your probiotic at the same time. Okay. So I want people to know that you want it to be alive. And that's what we did. And so get into the group, Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women. We'll do the 10 days starting today. We'll do it October, November, December. And then we also have a free challenge coming up October 14th, Monday the 14th. It's our 17th one, you guys. You are from Canada. Can you price everything, please? And thank you. Tracy, I will send you a list and then I will send you my Canadian link. I have great Canadian customers. And then you can look them up on the Canadian site because I'm going to see my prices and you'll see your, the conversion and you'll see what's going on up there. So perfection. So does anybody have any questions today? Today is Tuesday, October 1st. I'm so excited just about fall in general and about what's going to happen now over the next 90 days. I'm going to be honest. Like, I really felt like this is going to give people a track to run on. And that very much excites me because the holidays were really hard for me for a very long time. And now instead, what I did last year, and I brought this up yesterday, last year I picked one recipe. I picked the pumpkin roll. It's in the group. You can search it. And I brought it to every thing that I went to or made it if I was hosting. So that's all you have to do. And we'll talk about this kind of stuff in the group, in the Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women group. Pick a recipe that can be your go-to, and you can make it over and over again and just always have those ingredients on hand, whatever it is you're deciding to make, and then use it for the season. Like make it my battery is getting low on there. That's why it paused. Sorry, you guys. And then just make it and bring it places. You always have something to eat when you go there then. And you have something in your own home that is helping you out for the season. I'm just telling you, mindset is everything around all of this. You guys can absolutely do this. And you can go just like me. I went from insulin resistant to insulin sensitive. And when you do bring down your insulin and your sugars, you can finally lose weight. And so then I've lost 3 sizes in my 50s. And I was slower than the average bear because I wasn't listening to anybody like me. This didn't exist. This video stuff didn't exist 10 years ago. Not like this. And so I did it on my own, in my own head, just me and Jesus, assessing my own emotional connections and figuring out how to trade out ingredients. And so, yep, it took me longer, but you know what? I don't care because I got to where I needed to be. And I'm always working on my journey, just like you guys are. I'll be 60 in January. It's a journey. And the next phase that I really want to go into is I want to go into strength training. I want to start doing resistance training for my muscles, because if we can build muscle, we can it's good for weight management, number one, but number two, it gives us stability, especially if we will work our legs. I took care of my mom with dementia for 5 years. You have to have stability. Otherwise you're kind of in a pickle. You're just kind of in a pickle. So that's how that goes. All right. If I missed anything on Facebook, I apologize. I will go back because I'm on StreamYard, so I miss comments every now and then. But you guys have a really good day. And you know what? If you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. You are not too late to start a gut reset. You are not too late to get on the trio. You are not too late to have a new thought process about how you're going to navigate the holidays. You are not too late to get into the group Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women. You're not late to the party. The day that you make the decision to become your own advocate and take back your body so that you can better, and so that you can actually navigate and have energy and get down on the floor with your grandbabies. That's for me. And you do all of those things and make more memories. That's the day. You're not too late. Okay. This is reversible. This is doable. Just FYI. Have a great day, Kristen. You guys have such a great day and enjoy October 1st. Go do something. I don't know. I was going to say go drink something pumpkin, but don't drink sugar. All right. Have a good day, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. See you later.